Have you ever noticed something in an elderly loved one that didn't seem like a big deal at first? Maybe it was just an itchy spot on their skin. Or perhaps they suddenly stopped eating as much, or they seem more tired than usual. Things that don't feel important, right? But what if I told you that these small changes could actually be signs of something much more serious hiding underneath? What if, by ignoring them, you could be missing early warning signs of cancer? Or even worse, a condition that's silently stealing away their health? I know what you're thinking. It's easy to brush off those little things. But trust me, I've seen it time and time again. Those minor changes, when put together, can paint a picture that you don't want to ignore. And when you catch them early, you might just be able to make all the difference for your loved one. Now I wanted to pause for a second and think about the people you care about most. Maybe it's your mom, dad, a grandparent, or even a close friend. We all want them to live the best life possible, especially as they get older. But the sad truth is sometimes their bodies don't give us clear signals. The signs of illness or disease can be subtle, even invisible. And as caregivers, we can easily miss them until it's too late. Recognizing these signs early on isn't just about health. It's about ensuring their final years are filled with comfort, love, and dignity. It's about giving them the care and attention they deserve. And as much as we want them to stay healthy forever, we all know that's not the reality. Subscribe to Elderly Essentials. I've got tons of valuable advice coming your way to make sure your loved ones get the best care they deserve. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine your grandfather, who's always had that rough skin from years of working outside, scratching a small patch on his arm. He brushes it off, thinking it's just dry skin from the cold weather. But what if, just what if, that itchy spot is something more serious? What if it's a sign of skin cancer, something that could be lurking under the surface, waiting to spread if ignored? You might think, oh, he's always had that, but sometimes those small, seemingly harmless symptoms could be your only warning. It's easy to overlook, right? But this is why you must never ignore changes like that. Hey, here's the thing. As we age, our skin changes too. It thins, becomes more fragile, and is far more vulnerable to things like infection and even cancer. Persistent itching in one area, especially when it doesn't go away, could be a sign of skin cancer, particularly melanoma. The skin's protective barrier weakens as we age, and that makes it easier for abnormal growths to form under the surface. The itch might not feel like much, but it's your body trying to get your attention. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, that's just a part of aging. It's nothing, really. I've heard it so many times. But here's the hard truth. Ignoring that itchy patch might delay the early diagnosis of something that could have been treated early on. That's why it's so important to get them checked out. So, what can you do if you notice any persistent itching that just won't stop, especially if it's in one spot? Get them to see a dermatologist. Regular skin checks are so important for older adults. They don't have to be painful or complicated, but they could be life-saving. And trust me, this is just a start. There's so much more to look for. Let's move on to another sign, unexplained weight loss, which can often be a silent indicator of something serious. Now, picture this, your mom who's always been healthy and active starts losing weight. Not a little here and there, but enough that it catches your eye. Maybe she's eating the same, maybe even a little more than usual, but the pounds are just falling off. You'd think maybe she's just getting older. But here's the thing, you have to wonder if there's something deeper happening. Weight loss can happen as we age. Our metabolism slows down, muscle mass decreases. And yes, the body just doesn't burn calories like it used to, but when weight loss happens suddenly or without reason, especially in someone older, it could be a red flag. It could signal something more serious like thyroid issues, cancer, or even digestive problems. The body can't store energy the way it used to, and when that's happening, it's often a sign that something's not functioning right. I can't tell you how many families dismiss this as just old age. But let me be clear, weight loss, when unexplained, is not something to take lightly. It's easy to assume it's just part of getting older. But when you notice this change, it's time to take action and check for other symptoms. So what can you do? First, keep track of their eating habits. Are they getting enough nutrition? Offer them smaller, nutrient-packed meals throughout the day. And as much as you want to downplay it, a visit to the doctor is crucial. Blood test screenings and full evaluation can help figure out what's going on inside. Let's move on to another sign, fatigue. But this isn't just your normal tiredness. We're talking about extreme fatigue that doesn't go away no matter how much rest they get. Imagine this your aunt who used to be full of energy, always up and about now can barely make it out of bed. She's always tired. You tell her, just take a nap, you'll feel better. But she doesn't. And as much as she sleeps, it doesn't seem to help. She's always exhausted, and you start to worry. Hey, race, why that's important fatigue, especially extreme fatigue, that doesn't go away can be a signal that something serious is wrong. Fatigue can happen for many reasons as we age, but when it becomes unrelenting and doesn't improve with sleep, it could point to conditions like anemia, sleep apnea, or even cancer. It's your body telling you that it's fighting something off. It might be as simple as an infection or as serious as internal organ decline. Many families just chalk it up to aging, but if it lasts more than just a few days, it could be something more. Extreme fatigue can sometimes even be the first clue to conditions that don't show clear symptoms until later stages. Hey, race, what you can do, keep a journal of their energy levels and look for patterns. Are there times in the day they feel better, or worse, make sure to talk to a doctor about it. Rule out things like infections, thyroid issues, or even heart conditions that could be causing this fatigue. Now, speaking of changes, let's move on to something that really hits close to home: cognitive decline. Forgetfulness can be normal, but when it becomes disruptive, that's something else. You probably noticed it, your father forgetting little things here and there. Maybe he missed an appointment, or he's having trouble remembering names. But then, it gets worse. He forgets how to do daily tasks. Maybe even struggles with his own reflection in the mirror. Is this just normal aging, or is it something more serious, like dementia or Alzheimer's? Memory loss, while common in older adults, becomes concern when it starts affecting daily life. There's a difference between occasional forgetfulness and memory problems that interfere with daily routines. When someone can't recall where they put their keys or forgets family events, or has trouble doing things they've done 1,000 times, these aren't just signs of getting older. This could be the early stages of dementia, a condition that slowly takes away one's ability to think, reason, and remember. It's easy to brush it off, oh, they're just getting older, it's nothing. But when memory loss affects their independence or ability to care for themselves, that's when you need to take action. The earlier you address it, the better the quality of life you can help them maintain. So what do you do to engage their brain? Activities like puzzles, reading, and even socializing can help keep their mind sharp. And if the memory loss is persistent, don't wait. Schedule a cognitive evaluation with a doctor. It might be a hard pill to swallow, but it's necessary for their well-being. Now, let's look at another silent issue that's often ignored: persistent pain. Is it just arthritis, or could it be something more? Your grandmother, she's had back pain for years, right? It's always been there, a part of life. But lately it's worse. The ache in her back is constant, and no matter what you do, massage, warm compresses, pain relief, it just doesn't go away. It's not the normal wear and tear. You start asking yourself, is this just aging, or is something else happening? Pain is common as we get older, but it's crucial to understand the difference between normal aches and something that needs attention. Pain that's persistent, pain that doesn't respond to treatment, is often a sign that something deeper is going on, something more serious. It could be cancer, fractures, or even internal problems like organ failure. That pain is the boldest way of telling you that it's struggling. People often accept chronic pain as just a part of life. But if it's not going away, it's time to see a doctor. Sometimes that pain is telling you something that can't be ignored. So keep track of their pain. Where is it? How often does it happen? What makes it worse? What makes it better? These little details matter. The sooner you get them the help they need, the sooner you can prevent more serious problems down the road. I know this is tough to hear. Watching a loved one grow weaker, noticing those changes in their health that seem to happen out of nowhere can be heartbreaking. It's like one moment, everything's fine, and then out of nowhere you're left grappling with the fear of something much worse. You start questioning, is this just aging, or is it something more serious? The thought that there could be something lurking beneath the surface, something you might have missed, is overwhelming. But let's stop for a moment, take a deep breath. I know it's hard to face these things, but you don't have to carry this burden alone. You're not just watching from the sidelines. You're in control. And more importantly, you have the power to make a real difference in their life. Instead of feeling helpless, instead of letting fear take over, you now have the knowledge. You've learned about the early warning signs, the small changes that can mean something bigger. And knowing these signs, knowing what to look for, gives you an incredible tool, the ability to act before things get worse. You're no longer in the dark, you're prepared. It's like when a storm is coming. You don't wait for the rain to start pouring before you look for cover. You can prepare and you can protect. And that's exactly what these signs allow you to do. You can guide your loved one towards the right care, to the right doctor at the right time. You can make their life more comfortable, their last years more peaceful, and their future a little brighter. You don't need to feel lost anymore. This knowledge empowers you to step in and make sure they get the best care possible. So I want you to do something for me today, right now. If you notice any of the signs I've shared with you, whether it's an itchy spot on the skin, unexplained weight loss, that nagging fatigue, or any of the other symptoms, take a moment to check in on your loved one. Don't wait. Encourage them to see their doctor to get a checkup. Proactive care can make a world of difference. Trust me, catching things early is the key to providing them with the most comfort and peace possible. It doesn't matter if it's just a small change, that doesn't seem like much. If you feel something's off, take that extra step. Help them make that appointment. Make sure they're getting the care they need before it's too late. Sometimes it's not just about what we see, but about preventing the things we can't see. I want you to remember this: caring for someone in their final years, though it can be challenging, is one of the most meaningful things you can do. The road ahead might be tough, and there will be times when it feels overwhelming. But with love, patience, and awareness, you can help them live with dignity, with joy, and with peace. You can give them the comfort they deserve no matter what comes next. It's all about taking that first step. With your eyes open to these signs, you've already set yourself up to make the right choices for your loved one. Know you can't control everything, but what you can do is be present, be aware, and take the action that will ensure their health and happiness for as long as possible. As we move through this journey of caring for those we love, remember this: you're doing an incredible job. You're showing up, you're being proactive, and that makes all the difference. So take a deep breath, trust your instincts, and keep doing what you're doing. Together we can ensure our loved ones not only live longer, but live better. So let's take a moment to recap everything we've covered today. The 5 key signs that every caregiver should be aware of are: an itchy spot on the skin that doesn't go away, unexplained weight loss, extreme fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, cognitive decline, or memory issues, and persistent pain that doesn't seem to have any explanation. These aren't just minor annoyances. These could be warning signs that something deeper is going on inside. If you notice any of these signs in your elderly loved one, don't wait. Act quickly and seek medical advice before things progress any further. These little changes might seem small, but they can mean a lot. And spotting them early can make all the difference in your health and quality of life. It's how you care for these later years. I really want to hear from you. Which of these signs have you noticed in your elderly loved ones, and you already seen one of the signs in action? Or maybe you have your own tips to recognize the changes in your life. Comment below. I do love to hear your thoughts and personal experiences. We're all in this together, and sharing our stories helps us grow stronger as a community. I know this is a sensitive subject for many of us, but we can make this conversation a place of support where we can learn from each other and take better care of the ones we love. If you found this video helpful, or if you feel like you learned something today that could make a real difference in the way you care for your loved one, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing to Elderly Essentials, you will get access to more tips, insights, and advice about elderly care and health awareness. This channel is here to support you, to guide you through this journey, and to make sure you have the tools and knowledge you need to care for your loved ones with confidence. And don't forget to like this video if you found it useful. It helps the channel reach more people who might need this information. Every like, every share, and every comment makes a huge difference in getting these messages out there. Thank you for spending this time with me. Caring for our elderly loved ones isn't always easy, but with the right knowledge and support, we can make it easier and more fulfilling. Stay strong, stay informed, and always remember you're doing an incredible job. I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive into even more ways to support our loved ones in their later years. Take care.